All right, this one is a calculator active question. So it says let f be a function with the derivative given by f prime, this messy function we've got going on. We are looking specifically between 1 and 9. At what value or values does x does f attain a relative minimum? Well, we want to think about definitions. What does it mean if f attains a relative minimum? That would mean that f changes from decreasing to increasing, which means that f prime changes from negative to positive. And the reason why we want to look at the f prime layer is because we are given f prime. So with this one, we were allowed to use our calculator. So what I would suggest doing is in your calculator, just go ahead and graph y equals that whole function. So being careful with parentheses, just to make sure that it actually is the function you're talking about. And for this one, you can do a zoom 6, which gets you that negative 10 to 10 viewing window that we have talked about before. But also, for this one, we only care about what's going on between 1 and 9. So if we are being careful mathematicians, we can go to our window. And I'm going to look instead from 0 to 10, just because 1 to 9, you don't necessarily want to have your window cut off exactly where it ends. So we've got this situation. Here is our f prime. And I want to see where this f prime changes from negative to positive. So I don't care about decrease to increase, because that would be if I was looking f square in the eye. But I'm not looking f square in the eye. I'm looking f prime square in the eye. So where does f prime go from negative to positive? Looks like it's about right there. If you were to use Desmos, you could actually just click on that dot and it would tell you the value. But if you are using your graphing calculator, you can do second trace. You are looking for a 0, so number 2. Looks like I'm crossing here, which is at about 3. So I'm going to guess 2 is to the left of 3. I mean, 1 is to the left of 3 also, but I meant to say 2. 2 is to the left of 3, and 4 is to the right of 3. And I'm going to guess that this happens at around 3. I was close. It happens at 2.843, where my f prime, the thing I'm looking at right here, changes from negative territory to positive territory. And that's it. Over here would be a relative maximum. I would have changed from positive territory to negative territory, but that's not what this question is asking. Same thing with this one, positive to negative. That's not what this question is asking. I need to know where is f prime changing from below the x-axis to above the x-axis, thus crossing through 0, and that happens at 2 only.